Oh,
I'm
another
gonna bad dog him.
it's a mean moment, and it's quite drawn out, and you're supposed to just relish in this man's death by tiny dinosaur bites. It's I don't know.
Which
I
feels
like it.
gross. It
Yeah,
feels a little gross.
but I like Spielberg. I read a bunch of articles about this movie. How when kids watched it when they were younger, they kind of thought, oh, these movies taught me that things could get mean, and I like that because I bet you 12-year-old kids who love Jurassic Park, who watched it on maybe VHS, went and saw this and went, oh my gosh, this is a different world. This
Yeah.
is quite. I mean,
It's a lost world.
I mean, yes. Dun 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 dun. I'm just gonna add
Thank you
that.
so much. Good night.
Y'all ready for this? You need to say that before you drop a good line. Let everyone get ready. Say it, and then dun dun dun. Or would that ruin the effectiveness of it?
I think it would ruin the effectiveness, but then you hit him with, were you ready? Were you ready for this? And then you hit him with the music.
Oh, yeah. That's a good. So how about this? I need to gather my thoughts here, but let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk more Lost World. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks. And I have to say that leading up to Bone Tomahawk, The Lost World, Jurassic Park featured the best usage of the word troglodyte.
You don't hear it enough in film.
Where could
you
it be
really
wedged
don't?
in? Like, what are some movies where troglodyte could be wedged in? Kramer vs. Kramer, obviously.
It would have to be movies where someone is a bit of a hermit, like they're just kind of forgoing technology. Like I'm surprised it hasn't been in a comedy yet where someone's like, oh yeah, on Facebook, and another character very smugly, I'm not on Facebook, and then someone hits him with like, yeah, I bet you're not, you so and so looking troglodyte. You know what I mean? You compare them to a celebrity or something like that, and then everybody rags on him for the like celebrity lookalike and what have you there. So there's plenty of room for the use of it. It just needs to happen.
Oh man! All right, so an angel has fallen. Jerry Butler comes home to his dad, Nick Nolte, and they get into an argument. And Jerry Butler's like, "You're such a troglodyte, Dad," and then Nick Nolte's like, "I'm not a troglodyte. Where's my jet?
I got an Instagram on my jet ski.
Where is my jet ski? Get me to the canal."
Oh no!
Oh, how disappointed were you in Licorice Pizza when Tom Waits?
Yes.
Yeah, Tom Waits is like, hey, Sean Penn, we're gonna do a stunt, and it's a motorcycle stunt, not a jet ski stunt.
Part of me is like, aren't you guys like LA? Isn't that coastal? Like, there's plenty of water nearby. Every time I see a film in LA, there's always going through like the canals, right? Where like the water's always some kind of car chase. Throw a jet ski in there, man. That's the perfect opportunity for like, oh, we got a jet ski over here. We're just gonna throw it in.
Imagine
is everybody ready? And his stone gravel voice he rips out every so often. Lights, jet ski, action.
And Ingrid Goes West,
and
Aubrey Plaza. Imagine this scene. Ingrid Goes West, Aubrey Plaza, Elizabeth Olsen chatting about Instagram, and all of a sudden Nick Nolte comes underneath him. I'm coming to you, people! Just zaps underneath him with a jet ski. In Role Models, Sean William Scott's character should have ridden a jet ski.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's so many films where there should have been a jet ski. Especially if Nick Nolte jumps out. He's like, check out my Instagram, Wave Runners and H2 Hummers. It's like, what?
Let's
That's
go.
what he tows his jet ski with? A Hummer?
I drive the Hummer into the water, and then I ride the jet ski off of it. How many
and
Hummers
I leave
do you
it there
have?
so I come back later.
Yeah, how many Hummers do you have? I don't know. It's an expensive business.
One for every day that ends in Y.
Yeah. People need saving.
Yeah. And I'm the guy to do it. They don't even have a siren. He just leans his head out the window with a speaker. Ee-oo, ee-oo. Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
You know why he does that? Because one time he backed his jet ski into the water and some ruffian stole it. He's like, get back here, you ruffians, with my jet ski. So now he just drives right into the water with it.
And he's always chasing, looking for that jet ski. And he every time he gets a new one, he's like, maybe there's the one, and it's not the one.
I'll get my Kawasaki back one day, looking at the classifieds.
I checked Craigslist.
Oh man. Yeah. So, let's see. Where were
That's
we?
a movie. I'm not gonna lie. That's a movie where an old man, or I should say an older man, has this really cool, let's just say, the Wave Runner Ultra 310, right? He's got this brand new trick down. He's ready to go. And he backs it down. He's got this old beat up truck, and these kids just beat him up and they take his stuff. And he's like searching for it. Essentially, it's taken, but the jet ski is taken, and it's Nick Nolte instead of Liam Neeson.
Oh my gosh.
And the last half hour is just all on jet skis.
He takes his jet ski to the Venice Jet Ski Open Invitational.
Because he knows those guys are going to be there.
Oh, that's a sequel.
Yeah.
I gotta get my jet ski back. Where's the pizza?
Yeah. And when he'll hit the jet ski and he lands onto a table, just a big mess, and he just goes, "Buongiorno," and everyone like loses it in the theater. You know what I mean? Just a 1500 cc 4-cylinder supercharger, just blasting it out there.
All these gondolas are getting ripped in half.
Yeah. Get out of the way.
Oh, I just want, let's just go make this movie.
We have to. Like, there's no way we can't. We raised $2 million on a Kickstarter. Maybe he's like Harvey Keitel, where Harvey Keitel's like, I'm going to take a cut in my usual pay because I see a burgeoning filmmaker and I want them to be successful. Maybe Nick Nolte feels the same way. He'll do it for $50K in one of these Ultra 310 jet skis and just really do it right.
So you're telling me I just got to ride a jet ski around? I'll do it.
Yeah. Nick, that's all you got to do. It's going to be great.
SAG minimum.
Sure. We'll check with the accounting department and we'll do a Kickstarter.
That'd be amazing if you said that. SAG minimum. Cool. It's got to be above board.
Done. Yeah. Above waterboard at this point.
Oh, we need a couple wakeboards in there.
Yeah. Oh, boogie boards. Can you imagine if he's boogie boarding along?
He's, like Tom Waits is on a jet ski. He's on a boogie board. He's getting towed. Tom Waits lets go of him, and then he jumps on the back of a jet skier.
Yeah. And then he watches his prized jet ski get destroyed, and then he just goes John Wick Mad Dog all over him. Just destruction.
He bit my clavicle.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have left it out.
Now, a couple other things I want to talk about in this movie. And another thing I love about how loose Spielberg was in this film. Julianne Moore's character, she is a famous wildlife photographer. And she knows how to photograph lions. She's been there, but they're like, oh, she's fine. Like, no one knows how these dinosaurs react. No one knows.
Yeah.
But they're like, she'll be fine.
Nobody.
So then she goes immediately up to a Stegosaurus baby without checking film. And then her camera runs out of film and makes the loudest noise possible. Not the best move for a wildlife.
No, it's amateur hour.
Yeah.
It's amateur hour.
It's a little bit of a bummer scene, is it not? Because I don't want to poke holes, right? But come on, JM, you're better than that.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, I can kind of see how no matter how professional you are, in a situation like this, you're just so gobsmacked. You're so taken aback by, oh my gosh, I'm looking at a dinosaur right now. Here, dinosaur, smell my hand. That you just kind of forget, I don't know, all of the rules. It all goes out the window. So you can get this little dinosaur to smell your hand. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
It must be worth it. It must be worth it.
I mean, if she's the best, you're right. She just got a little carried away and forgot about it. And a couple facts before we get out of here. I love that Michael Crichton went and wrote a book for this movie. But then in a lot of the interviews for this, Spielberg and David Koepp did not stick with it at all. And there is a interview with Kathleen Kennedy, and she was just kind of like, well, it's a book. We don't have to stick to it. So he wrote some good stuff. But yeah, he went and wrote the book. I'm trying to find the quote here. I just thought it was pretty wild what she wrote. And also, wait, who's the best dad? Oh, they said that the T-Rex in this movie is the best dad. of everyone in the franchise because all the parents are terrible in the Jurassic Park movies, which is interesting. Just want to run that by you.
Okay.
Jurassic Park 3 bad.
Okay.
Jurassic Park 4 they send him away. There's whole articles about who's the best dad, but they had I just want to read you this interview. So Spielberg and David Koepp fashioned a new story. In the same way Michael doesn't see writing as a collaboration, Steven went off and did his own movie. When Michael turned the book over to Steven, he knew his work was finished. The author was never consulted about the sequel, nor was he sent the script until he held back approval of certain merchandising rights. He's like, when I write, I have the book to be exactly the way I want it to be, and that's that. The movie will be exactly the way the director wants it to be, and that's that. So, yeah. And then like the T-Rex never went to San Diego. But then Spielberg was like, when I realized I could probably leave that directing job to someone else, I selfishly wanted so the T-Rex was supposed to make it back to the States in the third movie, but then Spielberg's like, I don't want another director doing that, so he just took it.
Jeez.
So he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it, which makes me happy. But it was kind of like Michael Crichton. That's so it's not even passive aggressive. Michael Crichton's like, I want no input when I write my book, and then Kathleen Kennedy and Spielberg and Koepp, well, he doesn't want input, so we don't want input from him about the script.
Yeah.
That's pretty gnarly. And then I love, too, that Spielberg just said, well, I don't want another director taking a dinosaur back in the States, so I'm just going to do it. And then he just lumped it into this movie, which makes me happy. Like, this movie is just, it's kind of petty, and I love it, and it makes me happy. What do you think?
Yeah, it's like a weird cross between, like, The Shining in 2001, Space Odyssey, right?
Yeah.
Shining, Kubrick's like, yeah, I'm just going to use this as a platform and go from there. And then 2001, he's doing the film while Arthur C. Clarke is writing the book. And he's like, how do you want me to end this? He's like, I don't do whatever you want. I'm going to do this. So the book and the movie have like one or two similarities, but they're also very different at the same time.
Oh, that's a good drop right there. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nailing it. That's why I bring you on here.
Today's fun fact. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you know.
That and
the jet skis.
Yeah, that and the fact that we came up with an entire plot about Nick Nolte getting his jet ski back. Last thing before we get out of here, I just want to say when Ian Malcolm says, like, this is where the geese chase you. Listen, Canadian geese are wildly tough animals, and they chase so many humans. So he's like, wait, he said something about the geese don't chase you. Like he said something about geese and how the tables get turned because no one chases geese. I'm like, where are you from, Malcolm? Have you never had a goose chase you? I lived at a park. I live at a park. I'm home. I live at a lake. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I go walk at a park. That was horrible to get there. But we walk, and there's 2 geese. They had 5 geeselings. I think that's the name for baby geese. But they raised all 5 of them to adulthood. You know those 2 geese are badasses.
Oh, yeah. They're mad dogging it.
They're mad dog everybody. Yeah. And so when he said, like, the geese don't chase you, I'm like, get out of here, Malcolm. I don't buy it.
Yeah.
Geese are tough.
And the thing is, the geese, they do the hiss thing. And you're like, oh, I don't know about this. But if you look at their teeth, they're not really sharp. They're just kind of ridges. And that's why they stick to plant life, because they can only chew it up so much and digest it.
Whoa.
So they're not going to hurt you. It's going to be like a little kitten nibbling at you. It's just a curiosity thing and a defense, but nothing. You know, I mean, they might catch you with a claw on the end of their wing, but even then, it's not going to do much. It's just very intimidating. It's like, what is it, little red pandas? When they stand up and put their hands up, because the taller they look, the more imposing and terrifying they feel, like to the whoever's attacking them. Like, same thing. It's just, hey, we're bad. And it's like, oh, not really. And then they hiss, and it's like, whoa, I'm sorry.
That's the cutest thing I could think of now, a red panda just lifting up and going, rawr.
Yeah, just like, you better look out. I'm tall, so I'm taller than you. Okay, I'll leave then.
I'm out.
We just get my backpack and my gummy bears and head on home.
What if you, like, shrunk down when the red panda got up? Would that confuse the red panda? Like, what?
Yeah, I think it'd be the red panda would just be like, am I this powerful? And then you surprise it and jump back to regular size, and then it runs away.
It's all over.
Then you feel bad.
We'll leave on a very positive note before we're able to promote your stuff here. But Jay, his top 5 from this movie. Pete Postlewaite. That's his favorite part of this movie.
Of course.
2, the cliff scene. He loved that scene, which they built on a car park, on the outside of a car park, which makes me happy.
What?
Yeah. If you watch the behind the scenes footage, it's just built on a car park. It's wonderful. 3, he said he loves the compies. 4, the hunting sequence when they go capture all the dinosaurs. That looked awesome.
Yeah.
And number 5, he said the team, but he left out Kelly. And he's like, I didn't mention the girl.
Of course he didn't.
He's like, chances I will later.
Yeah, okay.
We love it, Jay. Hey, promote Nick. Where can we